On today's topic, you can share the video. You can share this video so that we have a lot of people listening to this, because this is so special to our nation. I'll specifically be talking about the Upnd today. You know, the Upnd government is the government that is in power today. And they look to be good and they look to be bad as well, but I'm not talking about how good are they or how bad are they. So I'll focus on Upnd party itself. You know, a lot of people supported this party like no man's business. A lot of people vale more chero man 05 just to go and vote, including me myself. People, they sacrificed all what they had for them to see that this party comes into power, for them to see that HH comes into power. They fought battles together with against the PF. There was exchange of blows, exchange of pangas. You know, somebody but tournament, so somebody from Makofile. But look at what has happened. Is the Upnd considering those people in the structures? The answer is no. When the president was installed on the presidency, he said he doesn't want any cadre or what. But one thing you should know is there will be no any political party that will function without cadres. There will be no any opposition party that will go in power without cadres. What the Upnd government was supposed to do is just to tell them not to be violent, give them boundaries where they should be operating, just to castigate those things that were happening during the PF regime. Okay? Now, they said we don't want cadres. Who is a cadre? A cadre is a person who sacrificed his life to see that HH is in power. A cadre is that woman outside there who was leaving the husband alone, the kids alone, to go and campaign. In short, we are saying that the structures of the Upnds are the cadres. So now, the Upnd, what they have done is, they are like somebody who has climbed the tree using the ladders, using whatever that he could have used to go on up there. And when he reaches there, he starts cutting down the roots, he starts cutting down the branches that he used to be installed in that power. That's what they have done. Now, when 2026 comes, I don't know how they are going to convince these people to say, guys, come, let us work, the time to campaign has come. I don't know how they are going to convince those people, and you cannot campaign without the structures. But you, the Upnd, you have neglected your structures. You have thrown away your structures. Your people are showering to poverty. They are lavishing in poverty inside there. You are not doing anything. Remember that 2026 is coming. And when the time comes, you will remember those people. You will need those people. You will require those cadres. Because the fight again will resume. The PF, they are still there. And a lot of people are disappointed and they have joined again the PF. So for you to start campaigning again, that means you have to reorganize again. You have to because that time during the campaigns, there was like, it's a war. It was like a war, you know, where you have your soldiers and this group has got the soldiers. Now you have dispersed all the soldiers that you had. And those guys, your opposition, they are still intact. And the fight is still on. They will rise and fight you. And those cadres you have neglected, they will rise up again and join the forces with the opposition and fight you. See to it that, running a country is not like running a business. It's two different things. Running a country is not like running a business. Running a country as a leader, there is sympathy. Okay? There is sympathy. Because in business, there is no sympathy. You mean business when you are in business. You count every coin when you are in business. But when you are into politics, you are running a country. There are vulnerable people that you have to give freely. If people see the president, there is that privilege that they have to receive from the president. There is that favor which they have to receive from the president when they come. That is the reason why the president has to work with some of the money, that when you go there, you bless somebody. You bless somebody. That means you are the president. But look, your ministers, they have nothing to give out to their people who elected them. That is the reason why your ministers, your MPs, they are shunning away. They are shunning away from the people who voted them into power. If your ministers are out of business, are voted out, that means you, the president, will be voted out. If people in those structures are not happy, that means they are not happy with you, the president. Okay? To be honest with you, sir, Mr. President, the people loved you and they have been disappointed. Because of what? Those things of economics, debt restructuring, people outside there, they don't know about it. They don't know about that, about those things. All what they care is to buy a cheap meal. All what they care is to have a favorable environment where they can find jobs, where they can eat, where they can have something. Debt restructuring, they don't know about. No matter how much you can explain, they don't know about those things. Economics, GDP, what they don't know about those things. Or what matters to them is they buy cheap meal and cheap commodities in the market. But the problem is, Mr. President, you are too much business-minded in your head. We understand you. We understand where you are coming from with your business background, ABCD. But this is a country that needs help. You need to help people. You need to consider people. You have the money for the country. If you build the road, it's not everyone who drives. Some of the people, they don't even remember when they went to Lusaka. And they don't know if they will pass through that dual carriageway from Dora to Lusaka. Even if you can build the airports or ABCD, I have never bought an airplane before. All what people want is to buy things on a favorable price. You can say, no, you can't subsidize the meal, you can't do what and what. But look, the people, all what they want is to buy cheap meal. That is the reason why a person, when you touch the meal, you have destroyed everything. So see to it that these two things, merry meal and fuel, if there is means, if there is any mean, if there is any mean that you can subsidize, it's better you go for it. It's better you go for it. It's not too late. You can make that cadre of yours smile. It's not too late. Because the time will come when you need those people. The time will come when you need those people. Believe me. So this is the wake-up call to the Upnd government. Remember your structures. Your structures, those cadres, they are people who are too much loyal. There are people who are too much loyal. In fact, let me say this. You can say tribalism or boundary. Yes, we understand those things. But we should not run away from the fact that the people, during the time of PF, they felt to be neglected. That is why they resorted to you because you were their hope, like people from Northwestern. They thought you being a Tonga, their relative, you help them. The laws, they thought you being their person, you were a scapegoat. You were a sacrificial lamb. They sacrificed you to say that this is our own. Now, if they are disappointed, what are you going to do in 2026?